on this week's edition of Nico Newsflash, track, PE leaders, and more coming up next. Welcome back to this week's edition of Nico Newsflash. I'm your host, Atonki Kamo. As the winter months are wrapping up, track season is right ahead. Ryan with the details.
Spring sports are in session, and that includes track and field. Nico has a girls and guys track team who train separately with different coaches. Though the boys team has a tryout, the girls team is no cut. Both teams have a junior varsity and varsity that is based off ability and not grade level. Nico has had many successful meets this season, including Homewood Flossmoor, Plainfield East, Plainfield South, and Plainfield North, Manuka, and Naperville Central. Now it's time to get to learn more about the track and field experience from one of our varsity athletes.
So what I love about track is I just really enjoy the team aspect and how much of a community we have on Nico Valley's team. And as a leader, I really enjoy teaching the younger girls and making sure they feel comfortable and included and just having a voice on the team and seeing everybody succeed. I really like that about the team aspect.
The team also has had individual successes with Gabby Carvelis and Daniel Robinson, both being nominated for Athlete of the Week on milesplit.com, which Gabby won alongside with the girls track team, taking home first place at their first variety invite of the season at Plainfield North. To find out more about the team, you can follow their Instagrams. Good luck to girls and guys track and field for the remainder of the season.
The SAT and ACT are important tests that evaluate students' skills in reading, writing, and math. This year, Nico is transitioning from the SAT to the ACT for the first time in years, which will bring changes. And here are some students' opinions on the transition.
I took the SAT and ACT as practice tests in that class. So I prefer the ACT because the questions are more direct.
Personally, I like the SAT more because I just found it a lot easier than the ACT.
I feel like the transition, it makes me worry a little bit more about the ACT more than the SAT.
Now we ask junior counselor Mr. Thornton on his input on the SAT and ACT.
Don't know that there's really a lot of differences other than the time allotted. They both test a student's ability to retain content in certain subject areas. Also, I think learning the content, allowing the content to penetrate their minds, and so that they actually are learning and not trying to regurgitate information. There are techniques to both, which is why we as a school offer a college test prep class for juniors.
That's all about the SAT and ACT. And for Nico Newsflash, I'm Julia Wolfram.
I would rather luck for a year because who wouldn't want luck?
I'd rather find a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow because, I don't know, it's a lot of money.
I'd probably have unlimited luck for a year because that means I can make a bunch of money.
It really just depends on how much gold is in the pot.
I think I'd rather find a pot of gold because I could sell the gold and get a lot of money.
I'd rather have unlimited luck for a year so I could find more gold. I'd rather luck for a year because who wouldn't want luck?
Although Nico Valley is known for its academics, it also provides a lot of hands-on classes for students who want to take another route. Luiso has the details.
I think students have been interested in all the different subject areas: art, business, engineering, technology, family and consumer science. Students are interested in some of the hands-on classes like the auto, power mechanics, ceramics. Those are all kind of non-traditional classes, but I feel like everybody should have that one kind of just fun or unique or different experience.
We also decided to check out classes that people might not be familiar with, like ceramics and auto.
The reason a lot of kids take this class is because they don't like sitting still in class. They want to do something with their hands, working on engines. They like this class because it's a nice break in the middle of their school day. This class is important if you want to save money in the future, if you don't want to pay a mechanic to do maintenance things on your vehicle, or if you get into later in life, say you're in your 30s or 40s and you find an old car, you want to restore it, you want to fix it up and make it run again. Can't do that if you don't know how to do it.
Next, we headed down to the art wing to learn more about one of the most hands-on classes that NEQA has to offer.
So I feel like ceramics really exercises the brain to think beyond a book or studying, and gives you a nice final memory too, which is pretty cool. Imagine one day you may say to your own children or your nieces and nephews, I made this when I was your age. I often hear students say their senior year, because I get a lot of senior students, I wish I had done this before. And I think it's because they were so worried about the grade and the GPA that they didn't really think about the quality of life, and this kind of brings quality to the day.
And I'm Luiso Polimas for NEQA News Flash.
As 2026-2027 PE Leaders has been released, Charlie takes a deep dive on what it means to be a PE leader.
At the end of sophomore year, students can apply to be PE leaders for their senior year. It is a 2-year process starting their junior year with a preparation class instead of the normal gym period, where they focus on working together and team building as well as leadership. They can go on to lead PE for the freshman and sophomore classes. It is a 2-year process starting their junior year with a preparation class instead of the normal gym period.
For PE leaders, I'm always expecting high energy every single day in class, especially being in the pool area like myself. Making sure, again, enthusiastic, ready to work every single day, and ready to be a participant and active participant in class. Advice for future PE leaders would be to really make sure, don't be afraid to fail, right? Again, you really want to make sure that you're trying a lot of brand new things. When it comes to activities maybe that you're doing with a lesson, try some different things and mix it up.
Good luck to all of our future PE leaders, and I'm Charlie Bracco from NEQA News Flash.
In this week's edition of NEQA News Flash, I'm your host, Atonki Kama. Have a great day.